What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We back again with another episode of Setting the Record Straight with your boy Peter Anderson. Now, we talking about some stuff today. We got some people that's gonna come on here. We gonna have this conversation, and I got some things to talk about. I don't know if I
Whatever
want
you
to.
want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Now, I don't really know. I don't really know if y'all want me to, tell you what I think about it so early, because what I got to tell you, I said a little bit of it this morning on TikTok, but what I got to tell y'all about this conversation is I'll tell you what I think about it first, just a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way into it. Yes, I think it's men's fault. It is men's fault. The state of the community is men's fault. And we have a video. I'm not going to show it now. We're going to show it a little later. And he explained some stuff. I'm not saying I disagree with him, because what he's saying is right, but it's not even what I'm talking about. But we're going to talk about it. And yes, I think and I believe that the state of the community is really men's fault. It's really men's fault. But we're going to talk about it. So, what's going on, Alicia? People coming in now. Y'all starting to flood in. Go ahead and share this live, this YouTube. Y'all can share YouTube lives too. Y'all also know there's a like button on there. You can put a heart, and y'all can keep tapping the heart. That lets the YouTube algorithm know that we in here tonight, and it's what's going on tonight. So go ahead and tap it, tap the like, the little heart button, the like button, and get it going. Feel free to say what you got to say. What's going on, Clapback? What's going on, Alicia? What's going on, C. Holmes? What's going on, man? Kelly in here. Stone Gent in here. What's going on, Joetta? We in here today, but we about to get into this topic. All right, so the state of the community. Is it really men's fault? And I want to hear from y'all. There's a link on the top of the chat, but go ahead, operator, put the link inside the chat so the people can know, so they can come backstage, because I want to hear from you. I don't just want to hear y'all, just don't want to hear me just talk by myself. I want to hear from you. I know y'all in the comment section, but I definitely want to hear from you. Yeah, Bright said we made some, put that comment up from Bright. Bright said we made some detrimental moves that allowed the enemy to access our women and children. And I totally agree with you. We did. And that's partly where I'm coming from. So yes, the state of the community is the men's fault. It really is. Now, it's not, I'm not gonna go into it right now. I don't want to give my hand too soon, but we're gonna talk about it. And go ahead, if y'all screen record, go ahead, screen record now. Even on TikTok, we over on TikTok over this way, but we actually on YouTube. So TikTok, we on YouTube right now. If y'all don't know what's going on, we on Atlanta Cast Network. So go type on YouTube, Atlanta Cast, CAST Network. You'll see my show, Setting the Record Straight. And we're over there right now. What's going on? Who is that? Who we got over there? We're hearing the ring come in. All right. Kelly said, okay, men's fault. Sammy, what's going on, Sammy? We want to hear from you. Come on up, Sammy. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Now, let me give a little bit of a more lavish intro. Now, what I really want to say on this topic, to an extent, I'm not going to tell you everything, because I want to hear from y'all first and see where y'all minds at on it. Um Now, when I say it's men's fault, there's a lot of things that's happening. Now, Bright in the comment section alluded to some of it, that we made some detrimental moves that allowed the women and children to be attacked, right? And what from that standpoint, we also allowed women to come to the table and make we allowed them to make them feel they didn't need us because the way society was moving. We allowed feminism to come in. That was our fault. We should have said, "Oh, that feminine stuff. What y'all doing? What's happening? Grab your way." We allowed women to have autonomy over their bad decisions.
Silly rabbit.
That's what we did. I said it. We allowed women to have autonomy of over their bad decisions. They can have autonomy over everything else, but just not bad decisions. If we saw somebody about to make a bad decision, we were like, "No, don't do that." And they're like, "Oh, you're not my dad." "Oh, word, I'm not your daddy." "Y'all come over here." Stop you from making bad decisions. We allowed it. We say, "You know what? I don't want to seem like I'm controlling." Passive men. "Oh, I don't want to, I don't want to impose." Passive men, right? I don't want to step on any toes." Passive men. "I don't want to they might think that I'm too overbearing and that, I'm insecure about something." Passive men. And all the while this was happening, women were making bad decisions. And it was bad decision after another, even though men saw it and they say, "You know what, let me correct this bad decision." You had preachers that will preach and cater to women's whims. And even though they were making bad decisions, they didn't preach against the bad decisions. They didn't do that. Now we got preachers repenting by their with their actions and coming out. Even TD Jakes is saying stuff that I would have never heard him say 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I didn't hear TD Jakes say half of the stuff he's saying now, because now they realize what they were doing. They were being passive and they were catering to women's win. And I say that's men's fault. That ain't on the women. We should have stopped them from making bad decisions. We should have kept those things in place that stop women from making bad decisions. But instead, we wanted to say, "Oh yeah, y'all equal to us, y'all same as us." Wrong. Men's fault. That ain't the woman's fault. That's us. And y'all might disagree with me to a certain extent, but y'all got to understand what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to say that we gave women autonomy to make bad decisions. We should have stopped that in its tracks. Because guess what? We don't have autonomy to make bad decisions. They definitely check us when we ain't doing right. We ain't paying the rent. We don't have a job. They make songs about us. They say no scrubs. What is the woman equivalent of the bad decision? Can we say no baby mamas? Oops.
He's beginning to believe.
Right? Can we do that? Did we make songs to stop them from bad decisions and their bad ways and making bad decisions? Being a scrub back then was a bad decision, and they called it out. Did we call it out for the sake of not stepping on people's toes? No, we didn't call it out. Our fault. So the state of the community, men's fault. If you disagree, holler at me. Click the link. Come talk to me. Then after we talk about this, we're going to talk about some solutions. How we going to fix this? Because I think it's men's responsibility to also fix it. We're also going to play a video later on in the show. Only got one video today. And then we're going to talk about the video. And then we're going to talk about more solutions. So, because I always make solution-based content. It's not just always funny, because I'm a funny guy. I'm a comedian, part-time, I don't get no money for it, but I'm a comedian in my own
Amen to
mind.
that shit.
That's my truth. You can't take that truth away from me. You know what I sound like? I ain't gonna tell them. I ain't gonna tell their business. I ain't gonna tell their business. So come on, we want to hear from you. So Kelly said, "Yep, y'all fault." She said, "Well, I'm not a baby mama." I said, Joetta said the government threw the women a bone, and they went for it. Kelly said, I was and am a good woman, good partner. He cheated and had kids with tragedy bit at what? Okay. Go ahead, click the link, Kelly. Let's talk. We got a super chat. Appreciate it, Drama Free, for putting in a super chat. Super sticker. I appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we're over here on YouTube, guys. Pick Misha, Dr. Divinely. Come on over to YouTube. We're on YouTube at Atlanta Cast Network. All you got to do is type in Atlanta Cast Network. That's Atlanta Cast CAST Network, and we're over here. I want to hear from you. There's a link also over here in the chat, and we're over here in the chat. We're over here talking and having this conversation. So come over to Atlanta Cast Network. We want to hear from you. So go ahead and let's go. Are you coming up, Kelly? She said, "What link?" The link is right here, Kelly. They just put it in the chat. What's going on, Reen? Just came in the chat. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Just came in the chat. Let's see here. And so let's see here. Grab that here. Let's see here.
Relax.
All right, so the link is in the chat right now. The link is in the chat. Grab that here. Let's go ahead. Let's play that first video. Let's play the video. Go ahead.
God did not create Adam and Eve at the same time. He created Adam first, gave Adam his responsibility, gave Adam his word, because God holds men responsible first. When men abandon their lead responsibility, women are critical. They're essential. He uses Easier Kenigdo. She's an essential collaborator. But when mankind fell, God didn't come and say, Adam and Eve, where are y'all? He said, Adam, where are you? The Bible says in Adam all die, not in Adam and Eve all die.
Wow.
When God did the covenant, he said, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel. In other words, he would hold men ultimately responsible. In Exodus chapter 34, verses 23 and 24, God called all the males, he left all the women home, and he said, if I can get you men to listen to me, I will send you back and I'll save your nation. So he holds men ultimately responsible. So when men fail, it's like the foundation of a house failing. The other parts are critical, but the stability of the other parts are dependent upon the solid foundation. Foundations don't have to be pretty, but they better be strong. So God is calling men to be strong so that everything else, family, churches, and culture, can be built on their strength. Because if not, then we're calling on women to be women and men. And God is not calling on them to be both. He's calling on us to be men. When men fail, the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 3, when men fail, it says the children rebel, the women take over, and it says the men become weak.
Wow.
So the Bible holds men ultimately responsible.
Y'all like and share. Now let me say something real quick, because it's very interesting, y'all. He said a lot. He was saying the same things. There's some things I disagree with, but ultimately, yes, it is the men's responsibility. It's the men's responsibility to take the charge, to take the lead. Then we want to talk about, are all men leaders? We could talk about that, but I really want to talk about what he said. He talked about Adam and Eve. He also talked about, if we don't stand in our place, then women will come into our place and try to be women and men. I don't think that's our fault for that. I don't think a single father who is raising his children step in his femininity. That's not a thing. Like, oh, I'm being a woman and man. You know what I'm saying? No, I just think he's being a man who's, being the father and just taking care of children. I don't think he feels like he steps into his femininity and then, goes into masculinity when he's disciplining, and then steps in femininity when he's giving the baby a bottle. I don't think that's what he thinks, and that's what's not happening. He's just giving the baby a bottle. So I don't see that. I think that's when women doing that. And I think it's more of a slight to men when they say, "Oh, we had to do what y'all was supposed to be doing." Well, nobody told you to link up with a sorry behind dude. Nobody told you to do that. That's why I'm saying it's men's fault, because women had autonomy to make bad decisions. Oh, I'm about to talk to a guy, right, who has 5 baby mamas, and he ain't taking care of none of them children, but he's about to take care of me and my child that I'm going to have with him. Bad decision. We should have stopped you. We should have said no. We should have had guards. So if the dude tried to sneak in the middle of the night, we said, "No, sir, stop." It's our fault. We gave women autonomy to make bad decisions. Now, they can have autonomy for whatever they want to have autonomy on, but autonomy over bad decisions? Did we have autonomy over our bad decisions? Oh, hell no. They make us do what we got to do. Women, on the other hand, oh no. They have autonomy over their bad decisions. I don't know how they flipped the game over and allowed us to let them not be held accountable and all that. Guess what? It was our fault. We should have held them accountable as soon as the first bad things that happened. But guess what? Men were passive. That's men's fault. We shouldn't have been passive. We should have put our foot down and say, "No, you can't make that bad decision. I won't let you." They was like, "Oh, well, you got to let me do it." What's she going to do? Beat you? Is she going to stop you? We gave them autonomy to make a bad decision. I said it, TikTok. I said it, YouTube. Who we got? What's going on, Mark? Also known as Saul Camaro. What's going on, man? Yeah. So what we doing is this. I guess he has some audio difficulties. He's coming right back. If y'all disagree with what I'm saying, just hop in the box. Let's talk about it. I know we're saying a lot in the comment section, but come on, let's talk about it. Kelly said my daddy was the lead. Adam knew he was responsible, and he hid men, Men have to stop hiding from accountability and take full responsibility. Yeah, we have to take full responsibility of where the community is. And now you're starting to see the rise of men attempting to do that. But see, women have we allowed women to have the helm so long that they don't want to relinquish that helm so we can get us selling in the right direction again. Women must relinquish that helm, give it to the men, and allow us to take charge and get us selling in the right direction. But are women willing to do that? We also got Joetta. Put that back up there, Joetta. Who was going to stop her without going to jail? Man, listen. Yeah, Petty, come on over, sis. We over here on YouTube on Atlanta Cast Network, setting the record straight. So come on over to Atlanta Cast Network on YouTube. Listen, that was crazy, right? Who's gonna stop her without going to jail? But see, that's what I'm saying. We had things. If we had systems in place to even make sure that say this is not acceptable. Even that does something. If we had systems in place to say, you with that guy, we're not gonna allow that to happen. We're gonna make sure all this stops. We're gonna make sure that the community around you is gonna make sure that that don't take place. We could have did it. It's our fault. I thought we did that before. Did we not? Then we have a system in place to do that. Did we? Y'all let me know. What's going on? How
Can you hear
doing?
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I didn't want to jump on the live at first because I was like, I don't think I can give a perspective. But now I know why you asked me to. Because if this is going to be like Team Jesus Bible stuff, that's me.
Oh, I always, I dabble in that because that's me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So I agree with that. I think it is definitely biblical that the man is supposed to be the head. God's supposed to lead him, and then wife and kids, right? So like in the garden, definitely Adam was blaming Eve when it was in fact, that's why God went to Adam and said, what happened here? Because he was the head. It was his responsibility.
You know what I say? Adam was supposed to slap the fruit out of Eve's hand.
Yeah.
Say, oh, don't touch that. Ow!
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's his fault. He should have said, no, God told me, and you know that you're not supposed to be touching that.
Yeah.
No, but he watched her eat it, then he took it and she gave it to him and he ate it.
Yeah.
And so he kind of chose her over what he know to be right, what God told him. And so he went off his purpose to acquiesce to his woman.
Mm-hmm.
And can't do that. That's our fault, not hers.
I agree with that.
So that's why I say it's men's fault ultimately. And of course, the responsibility to fix it is men. But I will say this though, ladies. I can't say men's fault and agree with you without saying something to y'all. Y'all have to be able to relinquish that helm and let men take charge. And
pick good men that you can trust. Don't just give that to anybody. Like you have to vet them first.
Right.
Go through the courting process.
Uh-oh. Saul. What's going on?
What's up, dog?
What's going on, Kelly? How you doing?
Hey.
Did you see the video, Saul?
No.
Where's Sammy go? She dropped out? Well, let's see if we can get back up here. Did you see the video, Saul?
No. Go ahead and play it.
Let's play it again. Go ahead, operator.
God did not create Adam and Eve at the same time. He created Adam first, gave Adam his responsibility, gave Adam his word, because God holds men responsible first. When men abandon their lead responsibility, women are critical. They're essential. He uses Easier Canigdo. She's an essential collaborator. But when mankind fell, God didn't come and say, Adam and Eve, where are y'all? He said, Adam, where are you? The Bible says in Adam all die, not in Adam and Eve all die.
Wow.
When God did the covenant, he said, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel. In other words, he would hold men ultimately responsible. In Exodus chapter 34, verses 23 and 24, God called all the males, he left all the women home, and he said, if I can get you men to listen to me, I will send you back and I'll save your nation. So he holds men ultimately responsible. So when men fail, it's like the foundation of a house failing. The other parts are critical, but the stability of the other parts are dependent upon the solid foundation. Foundations don't have to be pretty, but they better be strong. So God is calling men to be strong so that everything else, family, churches, and culture, can be built on their strength. Because if not, then we're calling on women to be women and men. And God is not calling on them to be both. He's calling on us to be men. When men fail, the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 3, when men fail, it says the children rebel, the women take over, and it says the men become weak.
Wow.
So the Bible holds men ultimately responsible.
Mr. Anderson!
Yeah, so what you think, Saul? What's up?
Yeah, this is what I believe. I believe that the caliber of men that are walking around the community is a reflection of the requirements of women to get access to their body. Whatever, if you got a community of trash men, that means you got a community of women who are given access to their body to trash men. That's just my belief. That's just that's how I see it. If you got a community of women that only give access to their body to men and that have careers and dress properly and know how to talk to women properly and treat women with respect and chivalry, if they say, hey, that's the bar, you can't come up here and visit us unless you meet that bar or exceed it, that's where you'll see the community of men. That's how you'll see the community of men behaving. If you don't believe me, just go back in time.
But what do you you and I are on TikTok all the time, right?
Yep.
What do you see? Why does it seem like that you got a subset of women who are giving access to their body, trusting men with their body who are not really trustworthy, but then they say they don't trust men who have families, who did it right, who have kids, taking care of their kids, who have wives and all that. They don't trust the words that are coming out of our mouths, but they trust the words that are coming out of the dudes that's all in their guts, mouth. You know what I'm saying? They trust them enough to lay down with them.
Yeah, the number one response I hear all the time is, well, there's not many guys like you. These guys aren't like you. Well, I talked to a lady like that on my show, and I asked her, I said, well, where have you been going? She was like 42 years old. I said, where have you always gone to meet men? She said, what do you mean? Where everybody goes? Hey, tell me where.
Right.
Fucking club.
Oh, God.
The fucking
Relax.
bar. And she's like, where else are we supposed to go? What do you think? I mean, that's where single people go. Yeah, you wonder why you keep finding trash, because you're in the trash can looking for people.
Right. Why do I keep getting leftovers and trash in the trash can? I don't know why. I have no idea.
Toxic music. You got toxic drinks. You got toxic. Everything you see is toxic. Everything you hear is toxic. And everything you're ingesting is toxic. And you think you're going to get a healthy relationship out of toxicity?
Silly rabbit.
There you go. Perfect.
Tricks are for kids.
Right. Hey, so let's hear. I know Sammy, let Sammy chime in. Then we'll hear from Kelly and then Cy.
We're modern pioneer like Chloe, the only life insurance that'll do is a modern woman.
What you got for us, Sammy? Unmute. You got yourself muted.
That's a peculiar name for life insurance.
Zip it, cookie.
Oh no.
I honestly have been in and out, so I didn't hear everything. What are we talking about?
It's cool. You'll be able to piggyback one of these ladies. Go ahead, Kelly. And you don't have to mute. This ain't TikTok. As long as it ain't too loud in the background.
It'll be loud in a second. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You can mute up. Go ahead, Kelly.
I'll come right back. I'll let you know.
What was the question? Oh wait, I can't hear anything.
Go ahead. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah. What were you saying, Mark?
I was saying in the chat that my dad was actually the head of house. He's been head of household since I was born. And I'm the baby in the family. So he and my mom have been together for 70 plus years. So that's one thing for me. I never wanted to have children because of the structure I had. I never wanted children without being married. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you. Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I was over here. Weird TikTok is over here. So I
Okay.
was talking to TikTok real quick. Well, go
No
ahead. I'm
problem.
listening.
You're multitasking.
Yeah.
So I never wanted to have children out of wedlock. Since I've always been with parents who were married, which to me is a big thing with Black families. You don't see that much anymore. Because I know when I was going into kindergarten, a lot of my friends' parents were beginning to get divorced.
Why?
So that by itself would...
So you know what I said earlier, right? I said that we gave women the autonomy to make bad decisions. We gave them
Absolutely.
autonomy to make bad decisions. See, it's not nothing wrong with giving women autonomy, but just not over bad decisions. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They can have autonomy to make all good decisions. They can do what's good for them. But all the bad and toxic stuff that is detrimental to our community, we shouldn't have gave them the autonomy over it.
That's right.
men's fault.
Hey, Peter, I would like to ask the ladies a question, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Ladies, my question to you is this. I want you to imagine you instantly, with the snap of my fingers, have the power to change any and everything when it comes to your specific gender and your specific race.
Damn.
Your specific gender, your specific race. You can instantly change everything about a specific group, but you can only choose one. You can choose the men or you can choose the women. My question to you is this. If you had one wish that had to be used on the Black community, whether it was the men or the women, who would you use it? Which group would you use to use that wish on? And what would be your wish?
Damn.
That's
Right.
an impossible question to answer.
Right. Exactly.
Because everybody needs to work on themselves.
And you only get one. It's up to you to figure out what is the worst problem in our community and how to stop that first. Who do you believe is more critical? Who do you believe is the nucleus of the family?
Men for sure.
The men. Yes, absolutely. Men.
So you believe that men are the nucleus of the family?
Absolutely.
And
If
what
they're not, they should be.
Okay. We chose men. Now, what's your wish? What are you going to wish men to do to be able to change everything instantly?
I don't know I don't know how to be a man, so I can't answer that.
Damn it!
So probably not a good idea to use your fucking. To use your wish on men then if you don't know men, because you don't know what direction to put them in.
But I do feel like men should lead, and I don't feel like a lot of them are
Lead
doing that.
in what?
That's a good question. In what? Okay,
Exactly.
maybe I'm wrong.
In everything.
So
That's
right.
not fair. You can't say in everything.
Hold on. Let's imagine that you made the wish to men to lead everything. That's what happened instantly. Bam. Every man in the Black community is a leader in all aspects of life. That means finance. That means emotional intelligence. That means being able to conduct themselves financially in a smart manner, and worrying about and making sure their income to debt ratio is in the positive.
And they're all 6 feet plus tall.
Yeah. Every man is.
They don't have to be
on
6
himself.
feet.
Hold on.
They don't have to be 6 feet.
Excuse me. Don't pay attention to that. Hold on. Every man is focused on their fitness, focused on their finance, and focused on themselves to become the best man possible, to be a husband and a father. Now, what you have done is you made a whole bunch of great tools.
Mm-hmm.
Individuals are going to lead, but this is what you forgot. You still those great individuals have to come and deal with all of the women that exist today.
No, it's your
Hold on,
responsibility.
excuse me.
Silly rabbit.
Excuse me. None of the women, none of them have changed at all. So the majority of the women still believe the way they do today. They're still going to respond to men the way they do today.
I
And
disagree.
they're still going to conduct, hold on, let me finish. They're still going to conduct themselves in the exact same way they're doing it today. Nothing's going to change. Now, you're telling me that you believe that those types of men
Mhm.
that you have just created are going to be interested in half of the women that exist today?
I think you're making an excuse for the
I'm not making
situation
an
you have.
excuse, ma'am. I just gave out a reality of the possibilities. You got to understand. You changed only one group that does not have any
You changed
persuasion.
the leader of the group.
Ma'am, listen to me. You just changed one group that has no persuasion over the other. See, this is the difference between men and women. If a man tells a woman, hey, you better act this way. I need you to act this way in order to follow. For
Here's
you
your
to,
problem. You don't need to tell.
ma'am, come on. We can't
That,
both talk at
that,
the same time.
that was the
But you've
first
been
thing.
talking a long time. I should get a turn.
I got it. I'm trying to get somewhere. So what I'm trying to say is that you have now a group of men that are going to have high standards. They're not persuading the women to change anything because women don't change for men.
Not
Women
true.
don't change for men. They're going to do what the hell they grew up believing, and either you're going to fit in their program or you're not. Now, men will change for women. As soon as a woman posts something about some type of shit that they like men wearing, it'll be sold out in a heartbeat. A group of women, everyone got online and said, if you ain't wearing a suit, you're not getting no pussy. Men's gonna be sold out tomorrow.
Sold out tomorrow.
That's
Man,
probably
listen, man, listen.
We don't have that
GQ be
type of
sold
power.
out.
Yes. Men don't have that type of power over women. A group, if all the men said, all women better have long hair and wear dresses, y'all will exactly do the opposite just because we said that shit.
Oh, and they do that as well.
Exactly. But men are going to do what's necessary to get to your body, period. That's the reason why I asked the first question. That's the reason why what was your standard? So Queenie.
Can I answer this, please?
Of course.
So, regardless of what the problem is now, the leader is the man. So,
Absolutely not.
if there's a situation we don't like within our community, it's on the men.
Absolutely not.
So, if you actually want us to be more of what you want us to be, you got to raise girls to have fathers around. You've got to have a community of men who protect them.
Hold on, Sammy. Raise girls to have fathers around. What is it? What?
A lot of
What do you
girls
mean?
don't have their fathers around.
Because you
Right.
didn't have
Why?
babies with fathers. You had
Why?
babies with boys.
That's on men. That's your
No,
job to
no,
do.
All right, so
no.
hold on. Let me give you some stats real quick, and then let's see what you say
Men don't
about
choose
that.
who women fuck.
Did you know that the CDC said that black fathers are the best fathers that's
I
doing
wasn't
it in
saying black
America?
fathers. I was saying fathers in general.
Well, let's talk about the community.
Okay,
Let's talk about the kid because the conversation is about the community. So let's go to black people. We all black in here. We all black. No matter where we came from, we black in here.
Mhm.
Listen, if the CDC says that black men are the best fathers that's doing it, right?
They said that.
Yeah, they said it's 72
Actually,
points.
they're the most available fathers. It's been proven. Yeah.
Right. So the 72.7% that our fathers are active in their kids' life, whether they're in the house or not. They're the most active fathers, they're the most present fathers. When they're not in the house or whether they're in the house. They spend time with their kids the most out of all men.
I believe
My
that.
black father was
Right.
Damn.
And so what I'm saying is this: the percentage of men who have children who are not active, why are women having so many babies from those men?
That is a good question.
But isn't that still on the leader, the head of the
And so
community?
so
No,
so do you so there's a going saying, are all men leaders?
no.
No, I guess you're right.
And
That's a
so if they're not all leaders, then why are we saying isn't it on the leaders? Why are the women picking the ones that are not leaders and then say, it's the leader's fault? But you're not picking leaders.
So
You're
my
picking
point
punk.
was that maybe they didn't have good leadership. That's what I was trying to say.
Our young black women need to pick better men. Better.
Let me ask the ladies a question real quick. Ladies, I need y'all to be honest. Okay, you got Group
Yes.
A, you got Group B. Okay, Group A, blue and white collar, $50,000 or higher. Investors, individuals who have insurance, individuals who have retirement plans, positive income to debt ratio, got their business handled. That's Group A. Group B, drug dealers, scammers, street pharmacists, rappers, all other kind of street people and individuals in and out of prison and jail, still living home with their mama in the basement. Which group has the most children in the black community? Group A or Group
B?
Unfortunately.
B.
You know what that means, ladies? That means you can't go play with Group B and then come hold Group A accountable. I'm going to say it again. You can't go fuck around. Hold on, shut up. Let the spirit come.
I never dated a drug dealer.
Spirit come through me. Now I want you to let it sizzle in your spirit for a second. You can't go fuck around and play around with Group B and then shut up.
Preaching to the choir.
Never been me.
Hey, about it. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want to talk about it. You went fucked around with Group B, played double dutch on dick, and then came back over
Never.
here.
Never happened.
Talk that bullshit to me and try to hold us accountable. You will not.
Never was me.
You will not. Absolutely not. If you're going to go fuck around with Group B, I need you to go
never
fuck around with Group B. And then when B fuck you up, go back to Group B and have a conversation.
Oh, no.
No, that's fair.
That's a fair point. Listen, and
it's not fair. It's not true. Well, at least not in my case.
Yeah, for a lot of women it is. And so because if we're saying that the majority of kids are first of all, they're born out of wedlock, they're born in single mother households, then their living situation, the majority of them is in a single mother household. That's what's going on. They're getting raised by women, right?
Yes.
We have women who can't trust men to even mentor their kids, their boys, because what happens is when the boys are being trained up as men, now you have a 16, 17, 18-year-old man in the house that is not going to go well when he's been trying to be groomed as a son husband. So that's not going.
16 and 17 is not grown.
Peter, may I have a moment?
He's growing up as a man. He's
correct.
He's learning to be a man. So he's going to have man ways about him, and I don't know if that's going to work out well. So a lot of the to relinquish control over the kids and everything. And when we have this conversation, we give women the preference and we say they're the good ones, that they're not making it difficult for men to see their children and all kind of stuff. We just assume that everything's on the up and up, that she not bitter because the man that moved on and has a wife actually this time, didn't marry her, but now has a wife and another child, and now she's making it difficult because he has another woman in her life, and she was like, that should have been me because I put in the years and everything like that. And this girl put in a few months and got the ring. We gonna just assume that the woman is doing on the up and up, making it easy for the man to see his child. He ain't got to fight to see his child or nothing like that. I don't know why he got to fight to see anything. That's his child too. But whatever, we're just going to assume that the woman is the pure and the righteous one in these situations. And we're just going to say that if there's a bad situation going on, it's the man's fault, right? Okay. By himself.
Did they say that a 17, 18-year-old boy is not grown?
Yes, I said it.
Okay, let me ask you.
May I have permission to speak for a moment?
Yeah, jump in there, y'all. Go ahead. Jump in there, Queenie, and then we're gonna hear from Sai, and then Saul can ask his question.
Sorry, I do apologize for interrupting. I've been listening for a while, and I just have to say this. I am listening to everything that Peter is saying, that it is the man's fault, and I accept that. However,
Okay.
women need to get up and stop their nonsense and take responsibility. I'm sorry, I will not tolerate it because
Take responsibility for
I
what?
can't. What do you mean take responsibility for what?
Responsibility for what?
A lot of this situation. Listen,
I
women.
personally have
Let
not
me.
been out
I'm
and
sorry,
having.
ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. You've been speaking for a while. Let me just get this out, please. I'm asking you nicely, please and thank you. Women choose who they lay down with. Women choose. When you see that man in the corner, whether you're at the club or at the golf course or anywhere the
Or
case may be,
wherever.
yes, you see that man and you check him out from head to toe.
Head to toe.
You know what he's about. And even before you lay down with him, you ask the appropriate questions.
I absolutely do.
Yes, please let me finish. Thank you.
Yes, I'm with it now.
You ask the appropriate questions, you giggle, you laugh, and this and that. And you, at the end of the day, decide whether or not he tells you, you know what, more times, excuse my language, but more times, you know, I'm this and I'm that. This is what I do. I'm a hustler. You still choose down to lay down with that man. So no, I'm not going to put the whole blame on men, because women, at the end of the day, we open and we close our legs. We choose who we want. We choose who we want inside of us. So no, I understand that men, you know, they set the tone, but women, we make the
Yeah,
decision.
some of the we Queenie,
I'll agree.
some of
I'll
these
agree with
legs.
you.
Hold on, Queenie. Hold on, y'all. Queenie, some of these legs stay open like fake shutters.
Like
Ugh.
fake shutters, like they stay. Oh, sorry, I live up here in a different place. They stay open like 24 hours. McDonald's, they stay open. Listen, okay, I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of it. Stop blaming
So
all the men. And
so
sorry, let me say one more thing. I'm sorry,
go ahead,
Peter,
go
I
ahead. No, go
apologize.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
When we make the decision to choose who we lay down with, and then that repercussion comes with that child. Stop saying it's the man's responsibility. It's the men this, it's the men that. No, you made a decision. You own up to it. As my background says, I'm Jamaican in heart, right? Background, parents Jamaican, everything. They used to say you would have to ban your belly, in the sense as if you have to suck it up and deal with it because you made that decision. So no, I'm not taking the whole blame, the whole men thing. I'm not doing it. I have a 15-year-old son, and I'm teaching him every single day that some of these girls that you may see out there who are wild and free and exciting, watch yourself, because at the end of the day, they may come for you. You make the decision to choose who you lay down with and who you open your legs with and who you make life with. So no, stop blaming the men for everything. Take accountability for what you have created. I'm tired of it. I'm
I would
so
most
fed up of it.
definitely take accountability for what I've created if I had created something. However,
Ma'am, why are you putting this against you? It's not about you.
in the
We're talking about in general.
Right.
Yeah, it's in
I
general.
Yeah,
get
it's
you.
just a
I get that.
generalization. It's not
I
an attack
agree
on
with
you.
her, only to the detriment that we do choose who we lay down with. That is very true. And who we have children with. But because my parents, who are still together today, showed me that part of that responsibility, I didn't want.
Terrible shot.
Right.
So I don't have any children.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
What does that got to do with
So
Yeah, and that's
don't
great,
ask
but
me
that's not
why
necessarily
y'all
because of
asking me
you.
questions?
We're just speaking
Why
in
y'all keep
general.
doing that?
I'm not
Ask
saying that it
questions.
specifically is about me, but I made the decision if I laid down with someone, whether or not I was going to do
Your
it and
operator, put the
how.
link back in there. What's going on, Calvin?
This is getting
I
heated.
didn't have sex.
Ma'am, listen, ma'am.
Oh.
When I just got through saying about the group A and the group B, all of y'all said together in unison that group B is making the majority of the babies. Guess what, man? Guess what that means? That means that group B is the women are going over there and volunteering to have sex with these types of men and not the group A men. If women decided, hey, group B don't get to multiply, guess what? Group B go away. Group B die out. There's nobody else left to teach Group B to be make another
Group B. Group B would try to become Group A and try to become Group A. Start going to classes,
be extinct.
learning. They'll try to be
behavior is gratified and passed along by the women. That's why the majority of projects.
And back in the day, the standard was so doggone high, man. It was so high.
Every city in every state, every project is majority women and children.
He's on fire.
Every one of them. It doesn't matter the race. Every project is majority women and children. Everybody's like, where's the men? Where's the men? There never was a fucking man.
Mm-hmm.
A man never came around. A man never visited.
He came through there. He came around a few times.
She had sex with an adult boy. And that is the results. That it's almost like when they said that angels had kids with humans at one point in time and we had giants. It's the opposite. It's like when a woman has a baby with a pookie, she becomes poor and lost. It's the total opposite result. If you have sex with a fucking pookie, your life is in shambles forever and you never ever fucking recover. But if you have sex with an angel, you'll be a giant and a god. It's like y'all are the bottom of the bottom because you keep repeating the worst of the worst. If y'all seen that movie, They Clone Tyrone, go watch it. And you'll understand. The industry pushes for y'all to recreate these motherfuckers. Because the other said done already done died and drugged themselves out and in prison. They need a whole new batch. They need a whole new batch of pookies to make a whole new bunch of employees because that's all it's for. The projects is a warehouse for employees.
Pookie was never for me.
The projects are a warehouse for employees. You're just shipping them out. Prisoners and employees.
Right.
Another soldier of the forehead.
No, what's going on, Lola? What's going on?
What the fuck you say about my forehead?
Hey, let me say this, man. We see, first of all, like I said, when I'm saying it's men's fault, right?
I agree.
We gave women the autonomy over their bad decisions. We're gonna hear from Sai in a second because Sai hasn't said anything yet. We gave them the decisions to make bad decisions. I'm saying women, what men should have did when men of old, they should have gave women autonomy over all decisions except for the bad ones. That's it. We wouldn't be here today.
They wouldn't be able to make no decisions.
But Peter, can we say that when the men gave the women the decisions to make choices that they never would have ever thought in their last mind that women would make such decisions that where we are today? You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Like they gave them autonomy to make decisions because they probably thought that they were smart enough to make the right decisions because there is some smart women. Never in history, I'm sure a lot of men would ever think that women would choose the low down, worthless.
You're making a fair point. Oh,
damn. Sorry, Peter. I had to put it out there.
Ah, shoot.
You still talking?
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
You making a fair point. Dang.
Because the reason why I say that is because women, if we go back, biblical, right? You know, I know you're biblical. And it speaks to a lot of women in the biblical aspect of the sense and the smarts. Like when you talk about Abigail, right? And David and her husband, you know what I'm trying to say? You know that women had a different level of sense. So the question is, When did the sense of women die down or this like lose to the point where they're now laying down with just any and anybody, any and everybody? So I really believe that when men gave the autonomy to women to say, okay, cool, you're with me, you ride with me, you have the sense, I'm gonna give you the right to do certain things. They never thought in their mind that women are gonna choose the worthless, low down losers to make life with.
But this the thing about what you just said. You said whoever thought that. Well, Eve did the same thing.
You're right.
Yeah, it's always been there.
She did.
Yeah,
You make a fair
and she
point. So then
and she
back on,
and she
so then back on us then, Lower.
and she suckered him into doing it. Yeah,
Right.
baby. Yeah, baby, you ought to do. God, girl, boy, fuck God. Do this. And he said, "Okay, baby."
Oh Lord.
But Lower, she did. You're right. You absolutely did. But if we take it back again, biblically again, just for a second, I know that this is not we want to take it to, but she did. However, there were still so much more stronger women that were able to lead by example and set the tone that would have absolutely changed that mindset and moved things around. Right?
Hey, show that comment from Nancy. That's my wife, y'all. She said, "What have I wanted to?" Show the one with the emoji in there.
Oh, baby, it's everybody, all the women in the world, but you.
She rolling her eyes. Oh gosh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, just for me personally, I don't know. Just because I
I both
seen
made fair points though.
just because I seen the lifestyle of my parents, how where they came from and where they grew and the background, and and to see where it is now, it's sad, it's depressing, it's just there's no words to explain it. and I'm honestly truly, every single day when I sit inside the lives of you guys and I hear the things that women say, it gets me so frustrated. And I just want to be like, are you kidding me? Because at the end of the day, it's like, women, we have more insight. We're supposed to be smarter, quotations, right?
Right.
How can we still, if we're supposed to be smarter, why do we always make the stupid, dumb
Right.
decisions
So
all
side,
the time?
answer that and then hop in the conversation side. If you talking, we can't hear you, side.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think sorry, I like to wait while everyone's
You
talking.
gotta jump in there, girl, like hopscotch. Gotta jump in there.
Okay. Anyway, so I think I will start off with what she was saying, especially biblically, because Eve didn't need an actual idea of where eating the apple would take her. It's the tongue of the snake. And women love tongue. They use their tongue a lot nowadays as well. So when I say that women love tongue, it's the man's potential of what he can say, what he could talk about. I think you said earlier, why would men not listen to the men who have done everything they're looking for, like the married men who have like wisdom? Because you guys don't tell them what they want to hear. That's all it is. Women want to hear what they want to hear, and they want to hear what feels good and what sounds good. They don't care about all the morals and we want this type of woman. That doesn't sound good to them. They prefer what feels and sounds good, and I know that because I used to be the type of woman until I met my fiance. I mean, he's like currently basically raising me as a woman because I did not have any parents to raise me properly. So being led by a man has been so like beneficial to me, and it's because I stopped um, allowing my ears to determine whether he was a good man or not. I watched him. I saw him be a good man. It wasn't what I heard, because a lot of women will go off of a man's potential, and that's the problem. It's what the man will tell you. And men of the streets, if you know he's from the streets, you know that he can talk to you and manipulate you, because men who hustle, they can hustle for a
You
reason.
say I'm a smooth talker like a New Yorker.
Exactly. They have
Right.
an ability to manipulate people, like salesmen. Salesmen are just no different than people who work on the streets. They have the ability to tell you what you want to hear so that you do what you want for them. So I would never look at a man who is dressed like a thug and hangs around thugs and expect him to be a father. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's just the two and two don't go in hand. So for me and other women, I feel like most of the women that I talk to are older women. Like, you guys are older than me, and I'm only 19. So I prefer hanging out with married people and people that are older than me because they have more
Hey,
wisdom.
and Si, let me clear up a little bit what you said. I want to give you a chance to clear up. When you say that the man is raising you, are you saying that the man is teaching you how to be a good woman to him? You know, you're learning how men operate.
Well, no, not
Uh,
just that. Just be a good person in society. Like, he has a lot more morals than me. Like I'll
so
give
he
you an example.
teach you in more way. He's guiding you. He's being like the priest to you in this moment. You know what I'm
Exactly. I'll
saying?
give you an example. We went trick or treating the other day with my daughter. And
Growing up together.
we were going to house, and he was so friendly with all them white folks. I was like, what? Like, how do you, like, he just has the ability to be friendly to everyone regardless of who they are. And like, I was raised in like more of a race household where they're like super like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go around these certain people. So like, I'm very sheltered with who I am, and that is not beneficial to me success wise. I have to be able to be around different types of people to be able to succeed in my life, and that's what he's teaching me. Like, he's teaching me how to be a human being and thrive, not just like be a Pookie or Ray Ray, because that's what I'm used to. But that's not what works. And like, my daughter is not his, but he claims her as his, so I'm gonna say that he is hers. But he saw that and he came in and he fixed that for me because
So he saw the best in me. Oh Lord. Oh,
I
when
can't do that.
everyone else around could only see the
Oh
worst
shit.
in me.
May I,
Ah.
may, may I ask may I ask a question, sweetheart? Did you when you're 19 years old, have you always had your father in your life?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Mm, mm,
So, and with that being said, this what goes back to my point. Um, I for one, I'm happy to know that you find someone who's able to kind of show you and help you to mold to encourage you to be the right woman. But then it goes back again to, I know Peter's gonna try to blame the man, and I get you, Peter. I understand. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, women choose who they lay down with. And with that being said, if women chose the right men in their life, then you would have the proper, appropriate fathers to lead and guide their young daughters and teach them the right men to come across, the wrong men to come across, how to love, how to nurture, and such.
No, I 100% agree with that. Like, what I don't understand, I'll say this and then I'll let you guys continue and I'll just listen again. But my mother had 3 children with my father, and he was a deadbeat for all 3 of them. So that made me lose respect for her a little bit because it made
Mhm.
no sense to me, and how you messed up 3 times and still have the nerve to expect me and my brothers
eh,
to not have any type of
but I tell you
problem.
this right. But I tell you this right now, sis. To be fair to your mother, the dick was good.
Oh,
Oh, God,
Oh.
Peter.
I'm just saying.
Why are you
To be
saying
fair
that?
to your
Oh,
mother, I'm just trying to be fair. I'm just trying to
I
be
mean,
fair.
I would hope so. I would hope she
Right.
felt good
I just
during
think
those
that's what it is.
times.
And but to see, let me and I'm gonna say this too. Let me say this. We the best thing that a woman can give to her children is a good father.
Agreed.
I agree. Why y'all laughing?
Cause I come out with just stuff like that. Just that I'm bound to say whatever. Cause they're like,
He crazy.
Peter, holier than thou, Peter. He just said the D word. Ooh, he can't say that on church on Sunday, but he can say it on his YouTube channel.
Finish her.
Yeah, say it
But
again,
nah,
Pete.
but just to be fair to your mother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I understand that part, but the thing is that her first child was my older brother, so I would have thought you would have stopped there because that's different. Like if he wasn't there to raise him, how do you expect him to raise me and my little brother? Like it was just a continuous thing, and it's like she expected us to not be a little bit of messed up. She expected us to be the perfect children for her when we were not. We didn't come from a perfect household.
That's
So
the reason why. I'm sorry. I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
no, I'm done now. You can go.
I was saying earlier, that's the reason. That's exactly why I asked, who would you use your wish on and what would be your wish? You got to understand that these situations, circumstance can never happen without a woman's decision.
True.
It can never happen. You can never, ever have a child born out of wedlock without a woman's decision.
Hey, let me hold on before you continue. My wife in the comment section said she had hope. Listen. hold on. So to be even more fair to your mama, after the first child, your y'all daddy put some hope on his dick. And that's why he kept having me.
I mean, it must have been something. That's all I'm saying.
Oh gosh. Oh,
I want you to worry. Don't worry about that because when I tell you, you ain't the only one, baby. There's a lot of mothers up there. You know what? At least y'all all know who your daddy is.
Facts.
That's true.
That's true. That's my thing that I brag about. Hey, at
There's
least
women
I
out
know
here
who
got
my
5
daddy is.
kids, and all 5 of them got different jokes about the daddy that don't exist. All 5 of them talking about each other. I knew some brothers who came up with a name. They were called BBU, Black Bastards United.
That's crazy.
Black Bastards United. And by the end of the school year, like 90% of the black motherfucking boys was part of the group.
Oh my God.
Oh, shoot, man.
This one kid came to us. We was just about to leave. We was all in the elementary school called Franklin Elementary. We was getting ready to go to the 7th grade. We was gonna have to go to middle school. We was getting ready to have to leave. One kid ran up to us. He's like, y'all never believe what happened. I was like, what? He's like, I'm part of the group now. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Happy.
You've known your daddy your whole life. He's like, I just found out that's not my dad.
Oh Lord.
This little nigga was excited. He's like, yo, I'm part of y'all now. We're all united together. Because he actually had a daddy.
Oh gosh.
Fucked up, y'all got our community right now. That the kid with a dad don't want to be that kid. I want to be a bastard too. Everybody else is a bastard. He go home why you know daddy?
Like he has his daddy.
Why y'all gotta get married first? Y'all always want to be different. All the other black boys are bastards. I want to be a bastard too. Go kill dad.
Brutality.
That's so funny.
Oh shoot, but but listen, women, I get what y'all saying. I'm not saying women there will be no bad decisions. Men wouldn't have the ability to make those bad decisions when it comes to women and relationships if women didn't give them the access to sex to the men, bad men. I get what y'all saying, but like I said, when we saw them with dudes, like say for example, you ever seen like, I don't know everybody background in here, but I've lived in the city for a while, especially dealing with when I lived in Brooklyn. And I'd seen, the project area. I didn't live inside the project area. I had a home girl. So way before I met my wife. And we had a home girl that actually oh my God, I'm a godfather to a child, and she lived in the project area like they were packed in like sardines, man. Like I'm just like it was my like first time inside like the project area and go up the steps and then go to the elevator that sometimes worked but didn't work sometimes,
Damn.
and then go all the way
Like
up
in a foreign country, ain't
to the
it?
like the 11th floor of
Damn.
like it's like 15,
Scared and
16
nervous
floors.
and shit.
And man, it looked like there was clothes
Peter,
hanging
stop.
on line.
Peter, stop making that up. That's good times you talking about.
No, son. No, son. There was clothes there was clothes hanging on lines and stuff like that. There was clothes hanging out the trash cans, and the trash cans was over flooding, and the dumpsters, not the trash cans, but the dumpsters was over flooding, and
Nigga, at least that's the indoor projects. My projects, all the doors is outdoors, like an old hotel.
and then
Everybody's just
going up
open the
there,
door and just be outside.
going in there, the three bedroom apartment looks like it's 1.5. Listen, I'm telling you, man, it's terrible, but the majority of what black people live, man. And it's like you go in there and it's nothing but women and children for the most part. Like you'll see a man every once in a while, and you see you'll see somebody with a man, and in that one project area, he might have a few baby mamas, and she outside with him, and she on the way to be the fourth baby mama. Right? We as men, if we ever see them walking outside, we should be like, oh no, this ain't gonna happen. No, go on. You ain't gonna have this one. You know what I'm saying? You see the young women about to make the bad decision when the girl, she was about 17, 18 years old, just senior in high school, about to come out of high school, and a man like 26, 27, and he just about to, and he already got baby mamas, and she ain't a baby mama yet, she's just a young thing, and we see him with her. We should stop that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like I
agree.
said, I know Joetta said was like,
have y'all ever noticed that when little sisters try to date, that the brother gets mad, but it's not like that the other way around? Sisters don't get mad if the brother got a boyfriend. I mean a girlfriend.
I get mad at that if he had a boyfriend, 100%.
But I'm saying women do not get mad when their brother has a girlfriend. But
They only get mad if he pursues one of her friends.
Hey, wait a minute. My wife was like, in Brooklyn, you want to die? No, but seriously, that's what I'm saying. Somebody's gonna go to jail. Somebody gonna get hurt. But what I'm saying is, if that was a code of conduct that men said, you know what I'm saying, that then it's already gonna be. It's already set and done. So like I said, I don't think that it's real risque to try to stop people, women from making bad decisions. It's really risque. So what is?
Can I?
What else can we do though? And I talked about this on Lower Show today, and people were just like, "Oh my gosh, you can't do that." Especially Leadership Matters. It's like, "Oh my gosh, you can't do that." So what can we do? I brought up where we're gonna have to. I call it the Great Separation. Some of these people gonna have to just be left behind, like it's a 4-part movie.
Hey Peter, let me do a commercial real quick. Hey, everybody out there that's watching today and watch tomorrow and whenever you're going to see this broadcast, please, if you could, hit the subscribe bell, hit the notification bell also after you subscribe. It's free. It takes hardly nothing. And if you're on your phone, I want you to look down in the bottom right corner. You should have a little heart down there. This is kind of like other platforms. You can actually like the live and it helps it grow. Go ahead, tap that heart one time. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff pop up. It'll be 100, a couple of emojis and a heart. Choose which one you like, and just tap the screen for a good 60 seconds for to help the progress of this channel. All right, back to you, Peter.
Yeah. Another thing I was thinking of too, was a great separation. I'm calling it the Great Separation. We had to separate ourselves from the bad actors in our community. We got to. I mean, some people say no child left behind, but that's something that George Bush Jr. was trying to push. I don't know about that. What I'm and this is not academia, so I'm not trying to, we're talking about if we're going to survive, if we're going to thrive, if we're going to actually build a community, we have to separate ourselves. It's sad to say, I want everybody to make it. I want everybody to get on Noah's Ark, but some of them, they're not going to get on the ark because they're saying it ain't going to rain and nothing's coming bad for us if we don't change our actions. So we're going to load up the people that want to come on the ark, and then we're gonna have to get the heck up out
Nobody
of
that
here.
uses the word bruh can come on the ark. If you say bruh,
I'm getting on the ark.
May I say
Right.
something? Sorry, do you
Yeah,
mind?
go ahead.
Earlier today in the live, in Laura's live, Miss Matt said something today, and she said, "There's nothing new under the sun." Right?
Mhm.
So, reality speaking, is this was only inevitable. This was supposed to happen. Unfortunately, this is what it is. This is where we are, and we're going to have to reset. So, reality speaking is we are going to have to leave some people behind. It's happened already, time and time again, whether people want to believe it, yes or no, but this is reality. So we're going to have to gather the ones who are right-minded, such as yourself, Saw, Lower, you know what I'm trying to say? Gather them up, put them on the ark or whatever you want to, on the spaceship now, whatever we want to go on. And we have to leave people behind because we can't save everybody. Because reality speaking is, no matter how much we try, no matter how much we speak or do, there are some people that already have the mindset that's set in their way and they're not going to change.
Y'all do
Amen to
understand
that shit.
y'all do understand it's gonna be a lot of fucking on that damn ship. It's gonna be a lot of
Oh my gosh.
As
Oh my
long
gosh.
as
No,
it's
it's not.
procreating from the
No, it's
beginning.
not.
Look,
gotta
he
make a
gonna, he
whole
gonna start
nation.
he gonna start the problem all over again.
Gotta make a
Right,
whole new
right.
nation.
He goes
What are
on
you
the
talking about?
problem. That's what
You gotta
happened.
make a
And
whole
that's
new
what it
nation.
is. When Noah and his sons and their wives is on the ark, that's what happened, man. Some of y'all was crazy, man. Y'all going around and messing around having children who was messing up the whole flow.
I'm fucking that boat up.
Oh, you nasty.
But I mean, we have to be realistic. We have to face reality. Not everybody can be saved. As much we all can have the great hearts we want to have to try and save everybody. We can't. That's just reality. We can't save everybody. And we cannot sit down and spend all our time trying to save people who don't want to be
So,
saved. We
right,
got
and
to
I,
move
Not trying to
forward.
save
I've always
anyone.
said this. I've
I
said
do
this for a
understand
few
we're going
years.
to leave behind most of our kids.
Right. So listen,
Yes.
I've seen I said this a few years ago that I'm not gonna be that guy, and I promise you, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be Moses.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna allow the children of Israel to keep me out of the promised land by disobeying God. I'm not gonna be
Hey, look at your
fearful.
wife. Look
I'm
at
not
your
gonna be
wife. Look at her.
fearful.
Look at your wife. Look
What you
at your
saying?
wife.
We
Look
would
look
believe it.
at your look at
Holy shit.
Whose wife? Peter's wife?
Listen, baby. Listen, I'm all the way. We closing down. Good night, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna handle my business. Hold on.
Peter, your
I'm
wife
on
is
the
here?
way. Now let me go close this down right. We go close it down right. He like ready. Oh, Kelly, can we do that? Is that safe to say?
Huh?
It's safe, R. Kelly for sure.
Anyways, but no, the real talk though. Guys don't now think about it. Never mind. I ain't gonna take my business. All right, listen.
think about it.
Oh,
Today is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
all right. So let me say this real quick. I'm not gonna be Moses. Okay, I'm not gonna be afraid of moving forward, saying that with the fearful people and mess around and went through the wilderness for 40 years and then another 40 years until the whole generation unalived it will died off, and then now they died off, and then they finally Moses even died, and then they finally went to the promised land. And I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm going into the promised land.
Me too.
So I'm not gonna be sitting out
Me
around waiting for
three.
fearful people, people who don't want to change, people don't think trust in God and trust in His plan and moving forward and trying to build back the community strong. Listen, when 2020 came, that marked quote unquote 400 years of slavery on this soil. Same reason, same amount that the children of Israel spent, and then let my people go happen. They spent 40 years in the wilderness, then another 40 years, and then a lot of them died off, and then they finally went to the promised land. This time around, do we want to wait 80 years?
Nope.
No.
Hey, we may
I'm
not.
trying to go there see some changes in my lifetime
I'm in the
before
front
I
of the
leave
line.
here.
Y'all gotta understand that the saying is not. I believe it. Hard times make hard men make soft times make soft men, and soft men make hard times. I think this is the part of life where the majority of our men are going to turn soft and create extremely hard times. And it's inevitable. And we're going to need those hard times to remake hard men that are willing to lead and do what was necessary. Even that, if that means eliminate an entire group of people in order to get their people going in the right direction, those types of men are be recreated. And I'm telling you, there haven't been born yet. It's going to be little boys born into a world where it is extremely fucking hard. That means all this easy shit y'all got, these phones, this electricity, this air conditioning, all that shit's going to have to go away. And I hate to say it, but people are going to have to go through back to fucking living on the ground. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's not impossible, because what other way could we live a hard life that would create hard men? What other way could there be?
I can't live on the ground.
How else could that happen? That's going to recreate that hard group of men that are going to make good times again. It's just a cycle. It's a constant cycle. And unfortunately, you know what I think? And this might be a little conspiracy theory, but this is what I think. I think back in the day where we had men that put limits on a lot of people's freedom and abilities to do things and rights, that was that group of hard men. That was that group of men that didn't give a fuck about what anybody thought. They were willing to do whatever it took to humans to get their society back the way it was, even if it meant war, even if it meant civil war. They were willing to do whatever it took. If that means telling women to go home and just focus on the kids, those men will be willing to do it. If that means unaliving a whole other group of people to get rid of them, to have peace, that group of men will do it. The group of men that you have and the ones you're giving birth to now are not it.
I agree.
And that's scary.
Oh man. So what you got for us, Loa?
Man, I'm have the timing off just a little bit. I believe right now it is the soft man time, and they're making it hard. And men gonna have to come out of this at the other end. We on TikTok every day, and we talking about those panderers, those simps, these guys that's out there reinforcing negativity. Those are those soft guys. They exist right now. Those guys that's reinforcing negative things that they know clearly are hurting our community, and they doubling down on it. They teaming up with women that know they're destroying the community, and it's gonna really make some hard times. It's gonna be an awakening. That we ain't gonna be able to do this bullshit no more. When those I don't know if y'all seen that video. Those of you that were on my show today saw the video with those ignorant grown boys with those little kids at the birthday party flashing guns and it probably was toy guns and flashing money.
Right.
That generation of little boys is going to make hard times for the women and children and men of the future.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
So those people that's causing the hard times are right here, right now. So on the other, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You go ahead, finish. I thought you were done.
I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. I think of it.
I was gonna say I am telling you who I think is gonna be the little devil that does it. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Donald Trump's son.
Oh boy.
I think it's gonna be his youngest son.
The youngest one.
The youngest one, the one that's with him right now, that always walking around with him as he was the president.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the slow one.
What? No, that tall ass little son he got. That's always I think we talking about the same one. The one on never talk and is always looking like weird and shit.
No, that boy autistic, man.
You talking about the tall one?
The youngest one?
Yeah.
The one with Ivanka?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that joke out loud.
Calm down.
His youngest child when he was the president, the president, the one that lived with him, he's autistic.
He said he's down. You want to say?
I didn't say the whole thing.
You want to say that?
You better not say that R word. You better not say that.
No, he say Down syndrome. He about to say Down syndrome.
Yeah. That's how he sound when he talk. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
You guys are so gross.
God damn it!
Holy God, that is terrible, man.
That's
Damn,
all right, though.
I thought he was gonna be the. Oh man, damn! You know, fuck the whole thing up for me, Lord. Shit.
Silly rabbit.
I wonder. I was like that little motherfucker devil back there. I didn't know he was autistic the whole time. I like they back there teaching that motherfucker. He gonna take over one day, and this is gonna be ridiculous.
Possibility.
Oh,
Yep,
Hey, he might be the first autistic president. You never know.
It's a
But Wilson, hold
possibility.
on. On that
I mean, we
topic,
got a vegetable as the president right now. So
if
you
a
know.
child is if
They
a
call that
child
man
is
a vegetable.
autistic,
No, I'm
their parent is autistic as well. That's how that works. So
Who?
either his mother or Trump is autistic. One of them.
Definitely Trump.
No,
Trump ain't
No, that's how
autistic.
I don't know, but one parent got to be autistic because I have autism, and
Well, isn't his mother dead?
No, his mom
What?
is the.
Didn't Ivanka die?
No.
What the hell?
I
Oh
thought
my
Ivanka
God!
died.
Who the
That was
hell
his first wife.
cares?
You talking about the one he buried on his golf course?
Oh,
Yeah, that was his first wife. He buried his first wife on his golf course, so he wouldn't have to pay taxes on his golf course anymore.
oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I hope y'all know that.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
the
have
thing.
property and somebody in your family dies, even
Yeah,
a
baby, we need to
dog-
get a dog that's like from the animal shelter that is
You get a dog
extremely,
registered?
get an extremely old dog from the what's the name? They say, hey, how long they got left?
If you care on your property, you can
Yeah,
file
how
one.
long does this dog have left?
Oh,
Months. What's to live? Okay, we'll take
This is-
care of him. We'll take care of him.
Yeah, because
Oh,
now
no,
your
no. Matter
property
of
is
fact,
considered a
I don't want
cemetery.
I don't want the dog to live in pain. Go ahead, put the dog down, and we'll bury him at the house.
So start the medicine right now. By the time he get home, he gonna be gone.
Then we gonna bury him in the backyard, and we don't have to pay no more taxes, baby. No more property tax. Okay.
Amen to that shit.
Cemetery.
You think I'm joking? I'm really doing that. When Gunny go, Peter, I bury him on that land.
Yeah.
Everybody go
Jesus
visit. No,
Christ.
y'all don't understand. My dog is famous in my neighborhood. Everybody know this dog.
What's his name? What's the doggy name?
Gunny.
Gunner.
He famous. So I'm gonna put a little headstone for him and everything. People gonna stop by and give him little treats and put little collars and stuff.
Right. They're gonna put a gold chain on the headstone.
Yep.
Hey, you know where I got that? You know where I got that flag?
Right.
I'm gonna put it right there, right in front of that flag.
Nah, that's creepy.
That's gonna be Gunny's spot.
That's creepy.
Nancy, your wife said they love Gunny.
Yeah. But that's
Now
what I'm
you
saying.
know
That's
you
creepy,
crazy.
dog. That's creepy. That in the front like that, when the driveway, the big driveway like that. Ah, don't do that. That's creepy.
No, it's okay. It's all right. We'll have a little plot on the ground. So that's the only, you can't see it when you're driving by. You gotta like walk up on it.
Okay.
You got to walk up on it.
See, I'm like I said, we're gonna get us a dog from the animal shelter. Okay.
Can you use animals?
Yeah.
Shit, I might start thinking about that too.
Shoot, yeah. Let's shoot. I'm gonna get one for the animal because I don't want a dog.
But go get a goldfish.
Further yonder.
Get a goldfish. It count the same.
Oh no.
Nah,
the goldfish is not the same as a dog.
Well, I want to use the dog just in case if they try to say, "Oh man, I want them to feel my pain." You know what I'm saying? You know how the white people always got the white people. They got sentimental value for dogs more than some humans. So I'm gonna show us a dog. You know what I'm saying? So it can be more valid. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a dog. He was your friend. He was your best friend. He used to lick your face. No, but yeah. So we're gonna get one from the animal shelter.
No, Peter, you need to get one. You need to make sure you get like a Rottweiler.
No, I'm not getting a Rottweiler. I don't want to take care of no dog. I'm getting one that's on the way yonder. I'm getting one that's this close to all dogs go to heaven. You hear me? And then we're gonna plant them in. I said plant them.
He's beginning to believe.
We're gonna bury them in the backyard.
I have a Rottweiler. Her name is Nala, and she's trained to. She's trained to unalive. So you need to get one of those ones.
I'm not trying to get no dog to unalive nobody. I'm trying to get
we're
taxes.
getting to those times.
I'm trying to not pay taxes, okay? That's what I'm trying not to do. That's all I'm getting a dog for. It's not to have and hold, not to lick my face, none of that. They're not coming in the house. We not even gonna pet it one time. We're gonna go to the animal shelter. Whatever one that's on its way out, that's who we getting. And we saying, go ahead. I want them to be out of pain. Put it down.
Oh, that sounds like a sacrifice to me.
Exactly.
No, he's already on his way out. It's not like I said, oh, let's rush the process. He just was the newborn, and so let's rush the process. Let's put him down. No, he's going through some pain. He's on his way out. We can take him home, but I want him to be put down. And about time he get to the house, he'll just go to sleep and
good grief.
And then I bury him.
19-year-old. Is the 19-year-old still there?
I'm here.
My parents got married at 19. They're still married.
I don't think that's possible from where I was at recently. I mean, I just turned 19, so I'm still learning. I want that though. That's something that I want. I was engaged at 16, so
they've been married for 72 years.
Clapback, where you been at, man?
That's crazy.
Bro, I had to take a couple breathing treatments, man. That asthma was hitting me today.
Why aren't you married?
No one ever asked.
What is? No one ever asked. What you mean? Did you date?
Damn.
Yeah, I dated.
Damn.
How long did you date for?
My longest relationship was probably about 10 years.
He didn't ask you to marry?
He didn't ask you in 10 years?
He didn't ask, no.
Why did you allow that?
You didn't ask? You didn't talk about it?
Wait, what?
No, we didn't talk about it.
Why y'all didn't, in 10 years y'all never talked about it?
No.
How come you didn't talk about it? Forget him.
I don't know.
You didn't bring it up.
That
like
wasn't
3
something
years
my
in.
mother talked to me about. So
that's crazy, son.
Since he cheated.
Wait a minute, didn't you just say your mother and father been married for 70-something years?
Yes.
And you didn't know to get married?
No, that wasn't something my mother talked to me about.
No, she don't have to talk to you about it. You've seen your parents married for 70 years.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's older than I am. I mean, that's longer than I am old.
Well,
that's
we
crazy,
we
son.
just we never talked about it.
May I ask why? Why was there
Yeah,
never a
why
discussion
didn't you
about
talk about it? Why wasn't it a
what
requirement from
happened?
you?
I don't know.
I mean, y'all was bumping and grinding like R. Kelly.
We were bumping and grinding,
Right.
but
So
since I
why?
had
I don't
not,
see nothing wrong
who?
with a little.
Peace of
Yeah.
mind.
What was the reason
Kelly.
why you never
So
thought
Kelly,
about asking the
hold on,
question about
we gonna
marriage?
set the record straight with
Since
this.
I had
Listen,
not become pregnant, I didn't think that it was important to talk about. Maybe I don't know.
But wouldn't it be
so,
better
oh,
to
so
talk
you
about
wanted to
before
get
you get
pregnant
pregnant?
To
first?
talk,
Right.
yes,
You wanted to
it
get
would have been
pregnant
better
first?
to talk about before I had gotten pregnant. But since I didn't, it didn't seem like a big deal to me.
So it
So
wasn't a big
where is
deal
this
giving
man
up the
now?
box for 10 years without getting married.
10-year-old.
Hold on, everybody. Everybody mute up real quick. Let me set the record straight with this one because I got a few questions. Go ahead, just put both of us in the box. So Kelly,
It's not me.
Me?
I
no,
would
it's
never
not.
allow
It's,
that.
it's Kelly. It's Kelly. It's Kelly. Operator. You put the wrong person in the box. Kelly at the bottom. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm here.
Yeah, Kelly. You had a man for 10 years and you said you didn't get married because he didn't ask you.
Correct.
You
I got
had
the
a
bus.
man. Hold on. You had a man for 10 years and you said you didn't bring up marriage because you didn't get pregnant.
Correct.
You had a man for 10 years and you saw your parents been married for a very long time
Yes.
and your daddy didn't say nothing or your mama didn't say nothing about it.
No. Well,
You been well what?
he was cheating on me, and I don't know
Is
for how
we
long.
didn't get there yet. We didn't get
Okay.
there yet. You say your
Okay.
parents didn't say nothing.
I'm not lying.
So for 10 years, you didn't know he was cheating on you. That's fine. So we're not gonna talk about that right now. We'll get to that later.
Mm-hmm.
But for 10 years, you had an example of your parents, and he came to Thanksgiving and did Christmases with your family. And nobody, no cousin, nobody, no auntie said anything to you about getting married.
Nope.
So how old are you now, sis?
I'm 51.
And when did that 10-year relationship end?
Oh gosh. At least 10 years ago.
Damn.
So so about 41 it ended. So you went
Yeah.
from 30 to 41.
Uh-huh.
So how old was he?
When we broke up or when we got together?
Well, no, I'm just saying like how much older he was then.
Maybe a year.
A year. Is he married now?
No. But he has children.
So he had children after you.
Mm-hmm.
And by how many women?
One
One.
that I
How,
know of.
are they in a relationship now?
I think so, but I'm not totally sure. He said he would never marry her.
But he had babies with her.
Yeah.
You don't see nothing wrong with this story?
Yeah. I mean, if I had it to do over again,
Would
there
you
would
have married
definitely
him?
be a conversation.
Would you have when the 9th year or the 10th year?
In the beginning.
Right. You don't
Because
see.
I met him right after I graduated from high school,
Wait a
which
minute.
was about 35 years ago.
The math ain't adding up, sis. You said that y'all stopped dating at 41.
Uh-huh.
That means around 30. You got out of high school at 30.
No.
So how y'all met outside of high school? So from 18 to 30, what y'all do?
We was just kind of playing house.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This math ain't adding.
Wait,
I know
what?
math. I know math. And this math is not adding up. If
I'm
you
here
been
with
to
you.
get, yeah, you here with me, but the math ain't adding up with me. You met him out of high school at 18.
Yes.
Say y'all was playing house from 18 to 30.
Well, no, not house as in living together. I had already moved out into my own apartment. So he
Okay.
was there all the time, but we weren't living together. We never lived together.
Okay. So you were together with him for 20 years,
No, just 10.
but from 18 to 31 is how many years?
At least 10.
Right.
12.
Right. So from 31 to 41, how many years is that?
31 to 41, that's 10.
So that's 10, 20.
Yeah, 10.
No, I said 10, 20. I didn't say 10. I said 10,
Oh,
20.
20.
So from 18 to 41. Atlanta Cast Network. I know it's 30 years. I'm just rounding it down to 10 because it's way more than 10. So you said 30. So y'all got together at 18
I was probably about 19.
and y'all broke up at 41.
We broke up at 20, about 31, 35 maybe.
Didn't you say 41? Am I tripping, y'all?
Stop it. Get some help.
They tell me to get some help.
Ma'am, you said 41.
Uh-huh. It was probably around 31, 35.
Then how you get 41? That still ain't 10 years though. It's like 15.
Well, it hasn't. Oh, 15? How long has it been?
Ma'am, I'm
Hmm?
gonna say I don't know how long is I definitely don't know. You know more than me. You was in a relationship, ma'am. I don't know. I'm just going off what you said. And the math is not adding up. You said
I
you only
hear you.
been with him for 10 years.
Ain't that Peter?
Yeah, you say you only been here for 10 years. You been with the man for 10 years. Y'all broke up at 41. So I say y'all was with together for 30, 31, around 30, 31. And you said yes. Then you said you met him outside of high school. So
Yes.
31 walked that back down to 18, 19, 20 years old. That's another 10 years. That's 20 years, man.
Oh, my bad.
No, how you say 10? How you miss 20 years from 10 years? How you miss 10 years from 20 years?
Maybe because it just doesn't seem like it's been that long.
From when you was in fresh out of high school to 40 something years old, that wasn't that long.
It don't seem like it.
Man, that was 20 years.
It seemed like yesterday.
So you was with somebody for 20 years and your parents ain't say nothing?
I wasn't with him for 20 years.
15 years and your parents ain't say nothing?
No, my father would not have said anything. He stayed out of our relationships.
Oh, he was being passive.
Who, me?
No, your daddy.
Oh, probably.
So
He is
he
passive
didn't
aggressive.
counsel you. He didn't say nothing to you at all. He didn't say, baby, why you with this man and y'all he ain't make an honest woman out of you. He didn't say
All he
nothing.
told all he told me was not to go to jail because he would not
Not to
bail
go to
me
why
out.
would he tell you not to go to jail?
He told that to all of us.
Why would y'all want to go to jail?
Oh, I didn't want to go, but I didn't want to have to stay there either.
But ma'am, why would you go?
I wouldn't be going.
But ma'am, why would you?
I wouldn't.
Ma'am. But why
I didn't even
why
I
would
didn't
he
even live
say
like
that?
that. I don't know
what was
why.
the need
I
for
don't
him
know
to
why
say
he
that?
thought. I don't know why he thought I would be the one.
Why would y'all talk about relationships and the first thing he said, don't go to jail? What does that mean?
I mean, as I was growing up, he always told us, all four of us, not to get put in jail because he wasn't going to bail us out. So I always
Why would
remembered
you
that.
go to jail though?
I don't know why he thought that because I never did anything to go to jail.
Well, why would that correlate? Did your dad have a brain injury like early in your life?
Not to my knowledge.
What I'm saying, but why is he asking you? Why is he saying don't go to jail?
Security guard.
Ma'am.
And he worked where there were a lot of I came up in the time where doing cocaine and heroin were very popular. And he worked at a clinic where they treated drug addicts a lot. So he didn't know if any of us would ever start any drugs, but that was an issue for us if we ever got put in jail
Yeah,
behind
that's
drugs.
right. But that's what, ma'am. Were y'all doing drugs? What you were doing drugs with your man, and he knew
Oh no, I
about it?
never did. I've never done drugs.
All right, so why are you talking about a man and the conversation that he had with a man about the man was about you not going to jail?
I don't remember why I was telling you about that.
You don't remember, ma'am? Did you have a brain injury?
Yes, I do. I currently.
Okay.
But not back then. I did not have a brain injury. So I still don't know why I never had the conversation with the boyfriend about getting married.
Does your brain injury give you short-term memory loss or long-term memory loss?
I don't know.
What did the doctor tell you? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember what the doctor said.
So how do you remember?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So how do you remember you had a brain injury?
Because I had a stroke. I do remember that.
Well, who says because you had a stroke, you had a brain injury?
That's basically what a stroke is. It's a brain injury. You can rub your eyes. I see you, Peter.
But do you see me? Did that just
Yeah,
happen? Did I just rub my eyes? Do you remember?
You know what?
I don't know though.
Your
I'm
ass is
going off
crazy.
what you're telling me though.
A stroke is a brain injury.
Okay, so you know what kind of brain injury I'm talking about?
Yes,
Where you
I think so.
where you lose memory.
But I don't know which I lose, if it's short term or long term.
But you don't. You said you don't remember what the doctor told you. And how long
Well,
ago did you go
I
to the
mean, I don't.
doctor?
Well, on Friday it will be 7 years.
Right. So when is the last time you been to the doctor? Do you remember?
No, I don't actually. I have been this year.
So how right, but so how do you remember to go to the doctor? You have a timer or on your
I
calendar
have an app on my phone that tells me
to go when to go to the doctor?
Yes.
So you was with your guy for almost 20 years. And your
It
daddy
was not
said
20 years.
I said almost
Can
20
I
years.
ask her a question, Peter?
Go ahead, man. Y'all come in, man. I ain't trying to sit
Kelly,
straight right
Kelly,
now.
let me ask you a question. This is Uncle Clapback.
Who
And I'm
is
being
Uncle Ratback?
This is me. This is a serious question.
Okay.
And first of all, can you do me a favor because I'm getting dizzy? Can you hold your phone still?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So my serious question to you would be this. With the traumatic brain injury that occurred,
Oh,
is it
y'all heard that?
possible? Is it possible that this man you're talking about is imaginary? He didn't really exist.
Is this clap back?
Yeah.
Can I cuss?
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
could cuss.
being
It's
I'm not being
fine.
funny. I'm asking you, could it possibly be that you don't remember that?
No, I remember that much.
So you
Clap
can
back.
remember long term, but you can't remember short term, but you can't remember the years, but you remember the years. I was just thinking maybe he didn't exist in reality. Maybe you thought he was there because
No, I
you
remember
said
his
that at
cheating ass.
19, hold on, at 19, you started playing house, but you weren't living together.
No, we
Then
weren't.
y'all moved in together to play house.
We never moved in together.
Oh, I thought you said earlier you did. But anyway, you were messing around at 19 to 30 something, and then from 30 to 41. So that is more than 10 years. So just wondering. But can you keep the phone still, please? Because I'm getting dizzy again, seasick.
My bad. I'm sorry.
So how old? So Kelly, how old are your parents?
My father is 90. My mother will be 90. My father is 91.
So your parents had. So your daddy had. So your daddy had you at when he was 41 or 40.
Probably almost. Yeah.
Probably.
And when did you have this brain injury?
It'll be 7 years on Friday.
And you don't know or remember the doctor ever telling you if it's short term or long term
No,
type
I
of
don't remember
injury?
them talking to me about
Did
what
you have to? Did you have
deficits
to
I
do
would have.
rehab? Did you have to do
Yes.
rehab? Like
Absolutely. Yes.
walking in?
Yes.
Okay. So how's your cognitive functions now? Are they
Well,
are they
they
back
asked me
90%,
in
80%?
the
What they
when I
say?
had my brain surgery, the doctors asked me cognitively who the president was, and at the time I said that white motherfucker.
Well, they've all been white except for one. Which one?
Well, it wasn't who was the black one?
That
It
was
wasn't
Obama.
Barack. It was
Yeah,
Trump.
Barack is black. So which white motherfucker?
Trump.
But
Trump, because he
Trump,
was grabbing pussies
So you just recently had the brain injury?
7 years ago.
You
On
remember that? That's
Friday.
your favorite part, huh? You remember
Right.
that?
Remember because
but
I
Trump
feel a
wasn't.
certain way.
But Trump wasn't in power 7 years ago.
Yeah, he wasn't in power
He
7 years.
was not in power 7 years ago.
Well, it'll be 7 years on Friday. That much I know for certain.
Well, Trump wasn't in office 7 years ago.
Oh
Well,
man.
who was in office 7 years ago?
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is
Double
a
down. That's right.
2-pack of ass.
Double
I'm
down.
I'm sorry, but like we say back home, trying to play fool to catch wise. No, I don't agree. I'm sorry. A lot of
You
red
can
flags there.
disagree all you want to, but my brain injury is not a joke.
No,
Yeah, it
I
actually is
can.
7 years. It actually is 7 years. Cause it's the last year of
This is
Biden. Look, it is
20.
this the seventh year. Trump was president for 4 years.
Yeah,
Biden's been president for 3 years. That's 7 years. That's right.
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. I didn't remember.
Okay.
But
Say
I'm
it again.
sorry that
Lower, say
no
it
one
again.
talked.
Trump was
I'm
four
very
years.
sorry that no one in your family talked to you about getting married. That you find yourself in this predicament, because this is why we tell young women to consider marriage first, because going through this episode that you're going through, it would be easier on you if you had someone that you had connected with while you were younger, and if you had taken the lead. I don't know why your parents would even have to sit down and talk to you when you've seen an example of a mother and a father 70 years married, that you wouldn't automatically want that, because had you chose that coming out of high school, right now you would have someone walking with you through this time of illness and loneliness. And this is an example. And I appreciate you sharing the story because hopefully some of the young ladies will see. Because I don't know if you ever said you didn't need a man, but
No, I
this
never said
this
that.
is okay. Well, this is a good example of the utility of a man, of a companion to have. So marriage is very important.
It is.
But may I ask, through that process, even though you didn't see your parent or your parents didn't encourage you to get married or have that lifestyle, nothing in you at any time would ever click to yourself and say, you know what? We've been together for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Let's make it official. Or he didn't bring it to you at any point in time and say, you know what? I want to make an honest woman out of you.
No, he never said that.
So the disturbing part of what I heard in the conversation, Peter alluded to a little bit, but I want to go down granular with this. You said the reason you really didn't press marriage because you hadn't got pregnant. So are you saying that you wanted to get pregnant before you got married? That was the thing that would have pushed you to marriage instead of thinking about marriage before having a child?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying pregnancy probably would have been more of an incentive for me to walk down an aisle.
So you think that getting pregnant should be a reason, a good reason to join in a marriage versus getting married first and planning for a family?
Absolutely not. I just, when I graduated from high school, I was a young girl.
And
I
most young
wasn't
girls think
I
about getting
wasn't
married.
I wasn't ready for marriage when I graduated from high school. I'm clear on that. I didn't
What age
know
did you get ready for marriage?
25.
So at that time at 25, why wasn't that something that you made as a criteria for having relationships and giving away your body?
I don't know. I didn't look at it at the time as me giving away my body, although that is in fact what I did. I didn't have a conversation with the gentleman that I dated at the time. He was coming out of a marriage. And we never spoke about getting married
Mm-hmm. So,
after he came out of his.
so as you have young ladies that may be listening to this, I have a final question for you.
Okay.
You may have some young women listening. Aside from being able to provide your own self a place to live, a car, food, and things of that nature, can you please talk to the women about the loneliness that you probably feel and the desire that you wish right now that you had a man and that they shouldn't take the path that you did? And if they come at 25 and realize they're thinking about marriage, that they should be making their criteria for relationships to do that so that they don't end up in a situation where something happens and they're alone.
Well, for me, what I would say is that I'm a strong woman and
And
that
he's
for
nice
other
and
young
everything.
girls to be strong within their own minds and bodies, to know not to sleep around with any guy or every guy they meet, which I have not done. I'm not lonely.
You got a
My
dog or a cat?
Uncle
I do
Clap,
not.
Uncle Clap, I think the first question you should have asked her was, does she feel alone without
Oh, she
anybody
doesn't
after all
because
this?
don't I think she has a dog. Do you have a dog or a cat?
We have a family dog. I do
Oh,
not
that's
have a
why
cat.
she's not lonely. She got a dog.
So are you saying, ma'am, through all these years, you've never desired, or of all the years you being alone, you never desired or wanted anybody to, a companion, someone to laugh with, talk with, live with, sleep with, you know, I understand you're a strong woman. We're all strong women, quotations. But are you telling me there's never a part of you that never desired to have
Cutting the
someone
show.
beside you?
Have I ever desired to have a husband? Of course I
This
have.
lady on here, she was with a dude for 10 years. Ain't never married her.
Yeah,
I didn't
Lord.
hear it. What do you say?
Hey, Peter, I
No,
don't know. Look. I don't know what it is
Lower ain't
about
on
your show.
mute.
Hold on. I just noticed. Look, I don't know what it is about your show, right? On Wednesday night, something always happen. On your first show, they had a hit and run. The reason I'm out in my truck now, somebody hit a pole and knocked out all the power in the neighborhood.
Oh no.
Are you in
Crazy,
California?
son.
Every week.
I'm in Memphis. Every Wednesday night is something.
That's crazy.
No, ma'am, you can't you
Been
can't run
about
from this you can't run from this answer. I need to understand
I'm not
something.
running. I'm not running
I
from
mean,
anything.
through the many years that you've been alone, are you telling me and you said because you said that you're a strong woman.
So, hold on
Yes,
before you
I
do that.
am.
Before you do that, you said that Kelly, you said that he was previously married before y'all met,
Yes.
but he was in high school.
Well, you're talking about someone else at this point.
That's the only one you introduced us to. You said
Well,
that you met this guy
he's
right
not the
after
only
high
person
school.
I've ever been with.
Oh shit.
Your stories are
Doesn't
just
According to
add
like
my
up.
math, he would have
animorphs.
to be married while you were in high school because you met him at 19, if you remember saying.
Well, remember she had a brain injury, right? So we have to kind of
You got to take that into account. She did
yeah,
have a brain injury, so
you have to let that one
yeah,
slide.
she may be having some stories mixed up. Yeah, just to be fair.
But my question
Email
still
asked me a
stands.
question, but I can't remember what the question was.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll
If I
repeat
was
it.
lonely?
Yeah, at any time you never felt to have that companion beside you, or
Yes, I have always wanted to be married.
but what was the but like if you can elaborate, that would be great. A little bit more.
The men I dated have never asked me to get married. I mean, I went to high school with a young man who went to prom a year or two before I graduated from high school. We never dated, but I did go with him to his prom. He went directly into the military. He ended up marrying someone else. Plus, he didn't date me like that. So he would not have.
You seem like a
Yes,
pleasant woman. You seem like a
Mhm.
I
very
am.
pleasant woman. You know, they have, I don't know if Lower or Peter knows what the term is, but there are a lot of older men your age out there that also have certain types of conditions and they're looking for companionship. You know what I'm talking about, Lower?
Yeah, they call them sugar daddies.
No, not the sugar daddies, not the sugar daddies.
Oh my
But
god.
they have a group of men out there that, you know, maybe they had a light stroke or whatever else, and you know they were really looking for friendship, companionship. You know, you may want to look into that because, like I say, you seem like a pleasant woman. You know, so if you still want that companionship, there still may be
Time for me.
possibility. Yeah, yeah, still may be a possibility.
That is possibility. I mean, I do date still
Is that what you want?
to date.
Well, no, to have somebody beside you. I mean, it's you're in your 50s now, I believe.
Yes,
And so, do you desire to have somebody in your life now?
that I can sleep with.
We're not talking about sexually, like a companion, somebody you can spend the rest of your life with, and
I
be
mean, it would
happy
be
with.
nice, but I have resolved the fact that if I don't, then there's nothing wrong with that as well.
But the men
The
that you are But the men that you're dating right now, are you dating with the intent to have something like that, or are you just dating for the fun of it?
Kind of half and half.
So you're
If that
being
makes any
intimate with these
sense.
men? You're being intimate with these men?
Only one.
Well, how much are you talking to?
So
What?
you're
Just
talking,
laugh.
you're dating men and you're being intimate with them still without
I'm only
requiring
intimate with
marriage?
one.
Okay, but you're not requiring him to marry you still?
He is not required to marry me. No.
But how much? Okay, you're only intimate with one. How much are you speaking to right now? Because you say you're talking to more than one, obviously. So
Oh
cause
no.
you
Only
said, oh,
there's only one.
okay.
What is the criteria for a man to have access to your body?
Other than a pulse.
A post.
No, what he's
Oh,
saying,
a
other than a
pulse.
pulse, what is the criteria for a man to have access to your body since you're not requiring marriage?
You have to know what you're doing.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Know what you're doing?
I'm not teaching anyone how to do anything.
What do you mean?
You mean sexually?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you still on that bullshit.
I'm sorry. I would think that you wouldn't want a woman who doesn't know what she's doing.
So
No,
you still
all
are
right.
looking.
You had 10 to 20 years of practice, and you still doubling down on what didn't work before.
I mean, when I was younger, I was not just out there fucking everybody.
No, well, you just well, no, that has nothing to do with now. You in your 50s,
It doesn't?
and you in your 50s, and you still haven't learned from your past mistakes. You're doubling down, not having a requirement for a man to have access from your body. Your only criteria is he got to know what he been doing.
So basically, you want a man that can put it down in order to deal with you. You still are excited by a man putting it down, blowing your back out in your
Well, that
50s.
is a plus. Knowing what you're doing is a plus.
Wow.
Okay,
But
sorry,
that's not marriage material.
Uncle Clap, sorry, and Lower, sorry, ma'am, you can be my mom, right? So I'm just
Okay.
gonna speak to you in a different level. What they're trying to say to you is that your only requirement as a woman that you are in the age that you are right now should not be the fact that he can just put it down.
Well,
What did
I
I'm
got that out of
sorry. What else do you require for a man to even want to have the privilege to occupy your time?
he
There
has to
should
be
be something.
intelligent.
That's what they're trying to get at. What is it about? What do you see in these men or the men that you're speaking to right now that is even qualified to even occupy your time?
He is intelligent.
Next.
I think her first mind, what she went with her first mind was her actual answer.
I agree.
Now, at this point, it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Shara gave the man a requirement.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't say you're pulling teeth.
So women are intuitive, men are instinctual. This is how we operate.
Okay.
So when you see a man that is instinctually connected to you, that's a sign that he's actually interested. He just can't help himself. He's actually trying to help you out. He wants to see if you're okay. That's a sign. Is that a familiar sign to you?
Yes.
So why didn't you pick a person like that?
You mean when I was younger?
No,
In
now.
general.
No, now. Not general, now.
Um, I still think I'm 10 years younger. But the
But what does that
reality
have
of
to do
that
with
fact
anything?
is that I'm not.
Peter's like, no,
But
I
what
don't
if you
feel that
10
way.
years younger? What does that have to do with anything? It doesn't matter if you're 20 years younger. The point is, You've already said that at some point in time you wanted to be married,
Yes.
but you didn't require marriage, and you're 50 years old. You're doing the exact same thing that you did when you came out of high school at 19. You've convinced yourself that you're okay, but you're really not okay. And then you still have no requirement other than a man having a pulse to get access to your box at 50. And you're worried about whether or not at age 50 something, if he can put it down.
Well, yes.
Damn, did you forget you on the show? You want
Who,
you
me?
gonna make everybody seasick. You can't hold the
I'm
phone
sorry.
right there?
My phone fell. That must be clapback sighing.
Mm-mm. That
No, I
was
was
ringing
on
all.
mute because
That
I'm
was
really
ringing all the
disturbed.
way. That was ringing
Yeah,
all the
I
way.
was on mute because I'm really disturbed by this, and I hope that young women are listening to this. And I do appreciate you coming up on the show because this is a very teachable moment. This is where a good majority of our women are going to end up. Now, I will say that you told us you never said you didn't need a man, but all the women who say they don't need a man and you're focused on your career, you're focused on money, traveling, being the best, I am every woman, you're going to end up like this one day. And this is not how the Most High created us. When he
Necessarily
said it's not
true.
good for man to be alone, he meant that. And none of us should have to convince ourselves that we're okay being alone, because it doesn't have to be that way. But the choices that we make in life and the fact that we don't make adjustments to our bad behavior in the past will keep us single, buying dogs and cats. But you really should think about investing in a turtle, because it's a little bit cheaper to care for a turtle, because all you got to do is buy lettuce and the turtle will outlive you.
I
Um,
don't like animals like that.
Well, Uncle Clap, I'm sorry. Did
Damn.
she say why she doesn't need a man now? Like, I know she said she didn't need one, but did she explain why she doesn't need a man? What was her qualifications? Why now she says she doesn't need a man at this age?
well, she never said she don't need a man. Do you think you need a man right now, ma'am, Kelly?
Do I need a man?
Yeah.
I don't
Please
know.
be honest.
I
Say
don't know
what
if
you
I would
really
say I
say what you
need a
really
man.
feel. You,
I
you
don't know
wait, you
that I
don't
would
need a
say I
man?
need a man.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, every man wanna hear that. Gotcha.
I think I missed it. What did she say? I'm sorry.
She
I don't
said
know that I
no,
would
she
say
don't
I
need a
need a
man.
man.
Okay.
Holy shit. 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 Shit.
I mean, I don't ask anyone for anything.
That's
I
because
am
you've
financially
adapted.
responsible for
That's
myself.
because you've adapted. You have adapted to a bad situation and a bad
Exactly.
circumstance. You
Exactly.
have convinced yourself, you have numbed yourself to the reality of life. And I'm going to tell you, wanting to be married at a period of time in your life and not getting it, I know you say that you're not unhappy, but I guarantee you, in the wee midnight of the hours, when it's raining, when it's
Hmm?
cold, when it's snowing, when you're laying in that bed and
Yeah.
Fido doesn't want to jump in the bed with you,
Mhm.
there is some loneliness, man. We all get lonely because as
Absolutely.
human beings, we are created to relate to one another. That's why it's called relationship. We have to relate to others. And having a 50 something year old man come over to your house, blow your back out, and then leave like y'all 25 years old,
It's
that's some
meaningless.
bullshit.
It's meaningless.
I
How
agree.
I can't understand that. Like I would never want to do that on purpose. I could understand if like maybe you had some unfortunate situations that happened to you and you had to deal with them and then you had to recover. That's fine. But like you sound like you're happy being the way you are. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound rude. I know that's not I don't mean to say that, but
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do. I do. It sounds like you're okay. You're okay with sleeping around. And that's
how am I sleeping around?
She's not sleeping around. No, but this is the thing, y'all. And I've said this on my show all the time, and it's just reality. Most people, no matter what choices they make in their life, when they look back, even though they know they might have messed up, they're still gonna say, "I don't regret nothing. I'm happy with the choices I made," just to justify to themselves why they are exactly where they are at that time. Nobody ever made a mistake. Everything they ever did was just perfect. And hey, when I was 19, I planned out that when I'm 50 something, I'm be by myself on the internet on a Wednesday night talking about somebody coming through, blowing my back out.
But
wow.
That's what she saw herself at 19.
but
And it
lower,
worked out. It worked
but
out perfect.
but
When I
lower.
was
I mean,
19, I saw myself being married at some point with children.
But it
So why
never
didn't
came up
that
in the
happen?
conversation.
but
So why
what
didn't that happen?
changed? But okay, but what? Okay, even if it didn't come in the conversation, what changed? At what point of time between 19 to 50 now? What changed? Why you no longer see yourself or did not see yourself married with children? What happened?
Is it your view on black men, perhaps?
No,
So
Okay, can
do
you
you
no
date
don't
black men?
don't put words in her mouth. I would like her
Sorry,
to
sorry,
explain.
sorry. You're right.
Is
You're
it
right.
yeah? Is it possible if you can probably share with us at what point in time did that outlook change for you? When, how, where, and why?
graduated from
What
high school.
happened?
I was supposed to go to school, go away to school, get my degree, meet someone possibly, hopefully at school, like my mother, get married, have 2.5 kids, a house with a picket fence, and all that. That was the plan. But it just did not happen that way.
So so you decide to give up and say, forget it?
But do you take
I don't want
Pretty much,
anything?
responsibility?
yes. In the beginning, I wasn't dating black men. I was dating Latin men. And then when I did start to date black men, I I never stopped. But it seemed like they always wanted the Latino women.
The black man or the Latino
The
man?
black
Actually,
men.
80%
Wait a
of
minute.
black
Hold
men
on.
marry black women.
No, hold on. No, wait a minute. She said, she said she was dating she was dating Latino,
Yeah, she did.
but then when she went to black, the black men wanted the Latinos. What kind of
Yes.
sense
Right.
does that?
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
sorry.
confused. I'm so confused.
I'm so confused.
But
Well,
you never answered her question about. You talked about you gave up, but what made you change? What was the pivotal moment that said this dream of marriage, the children, the picket fence? What happened
Once
that
I got
made you
over a
accept it?
certain age, after I turned 25, was basically when that changed for me.
after 25? Okay.
25 is still pretty young.
You gave up that early?
Well, it didn't seem that young to me. I was 25. Out of the young era of having children and being able to have them young enough where I was growing up with them.
25 is still young.
It is
Yeah.
now.
It is then.
It was
25 has never
always
changed.
it was always young.
Yeah,
It
25 has
didn't
never
seem
changed.
like it to
It's
me.
always been 25.
It didn't seem like it to me because 30 was right around the corner.
Yeah, it always feels like it's right around the corner. 40 is right around the corner for me.
Well,
I
it's
don't
But
getting
know.
there.
but
For me,
but your
it isn't
parents your
right.
parents had you and your parents had you in their late 30s, early 40s.
Yes. Yes.
And I guess you believe you turned out all right. Why would you think that was late if your parents had you so
I think I turned out pretty good. Yes.
Relax.
But what he's asking you is if your parents was that age, why did you give up at 25 when your parents had you late 30s, early 40s?
Well, they got married at 19. I had already passed 19.
Oh, I got an answer, but I'm not supposed to say it because I'm a Christian woman, so I'm not going to.
You can say your answer. Just say it.
I think it's. I think it's drugs.
You think it's what?
No, I'm not saying it again. I said it once. That's it.
I mean, ma'am, I hear what you're saying, and I understand what you're. I actually no, I'm not gonna lie. I do not understand. I do not understand. Because, like I said, you can be old enough to be my mother. My mother had me at 34.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to give up at 25.
A little strange.
I'm not I'm not trying to connect it. I'm just trying to say I'm just trying to understand the connection, the correlation. There must be something more as to why you decided to say, you know what, forget it. I'm done. I'm over it. Was there a heartbreak? Was there a sweetheart? Like, what happened between 25 until now where you said, okay, well, I don't want this anymore. I give up. There was no hope. There was no potentials. It doesn't make any sense. And the reason why I ask this question is not to try to bring any shade to you or make you look bad at any light, but like Uncle Clap says, there are young people listening to this live every single day or the stream, and they think this way. And if we can help them to understand and know that, you know what, there's something more like to life, and you don't want to be this way, and husband life, because we promote family. This is why we're asking these questions. And I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of things that you're saying doesn't add up, and maybe it could be because of your brain injury, and I do apologize about that, so I'm not going to press too hard.
You don't need to apologize for my brain injury. It had nothing to do with you.
No, I'm just saying if I don't want to press too hard, maybe it could be that. I'm just saying,
you think you need
honestly speaking, it doesn't make sense to a lot of us, and that's why all these pro questions are coming along, because it does not
it doesn't really
make
have
sense.
to make sense to you as long as it makes sense to me.
So you know
The
why we're having
problem
this
is it doesn't make
conversation?
sense. Sorry, Uncle Clap. One more thing.
Okay.
I apologize, Uncle. I
No, go
apologize.
ahead.
I'm so sorry. I understand you said it doesn't. It has to make sense to you, but again, you are on this forum, and again, young people are listening to this forum.
I know,
And we
people
want
are
to
real
help.
easy on some people.
And we want to help young people because we promote family. So as much as it makes sense to you, we want to help make sense to the young people who can be listening to this forum, because and I'm not going to be rude, but this is reality speaking.
You've already been rude, so go ahead and just say
we don't want our young people following this lifestyle.
That's.
And the reason we started this whole conversation, if you remember, is you chimed in and you were about to tell the young lady that was 19 about going to get married now, and so we started delving into your life. We thank you for giving us the scenario, because it is a teachable moment. I don't have any more questions, because I'm going to have to unpack this after the live, because you said a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to do it after the after show.
Well, actually, I was really chiming in to tell the 19-year-old that she has a good outlook with her and her fiance, because they're both 19. My parents were married at 19, which was all I was trying to do, was give her a good outlook on marriage. My parents have been married for a very long time.
Ma'am.
What?
I used to rave I'm 38 now. I used to rave in my 20s.
Okay.
So your head is spinning. I can tell that you're on something.
Look here, bitch.
Whoa! Hold up, wait a minute. She just stepped all in it.
Going do shit, nigga.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Cry?
Don't
I'm not
cry.
crying.
Have you had
I
any
love
wine
Kevin
tonight?
Hart.
Have you had
No,
any
I have
wine
not.
tonight?
I don't drink. I don't do any. I've never
Why
done
would you
drugs.
call
Listen, I've
another
been drinking
woman?
all
Why
night.
would you
I'm
call
fine.
another woman a bitch?
It's not
Because
alcohol.
this entire time I've been on the live, she has been trying to say some bullshit to me.
That's
But why would you call
alcohol,
another
right?
woman a bitch though?
Because she's acting like one.
Do you think that's nice as a older woman in the community
I didn't
to
say it was
call?
nice.
Well, why would you show that example of an older woman who should be teaching the younger? Why would you call her a bitch on live, real time? Don't you think you should apologize for that?
Not at all.
Int-
She has been coming for me ever since she came on the live.
No, ma'am, I haven't. I have
You have.
not. No, ma'am,
You
I
have.
have not.
She just was asking
Let me
questions. That's
talk.
it.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me
Go ahead.
talk. That's been you. Let me
Shake
talk.
that neck,
Let
grandma.
me talk.
Shake that
Let me
neck.
talk. I
Shake
was
that neck.
talking. So not
Peter.
at all.
Go ahead.
Peter, I think our work is done here.
I think so too, man. My wife is right beside me. She
What's
seemed
up,
like she ready.
evangelist?
Don't sing on here. Don't sing on here.
Another one?
We had,
Another
we had,
one?
listen,
You do
she
the
had a
same
few.
thing?
We got
Go ahead,
two
sing, girl.
singers on the mic.
Oh, Lord.
Singer, period.
Sing, girl.
Okay, so yeah, she all pampered up, smelling good and stuff. Y'all, we gonna have to I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But I gotta go handle some business real quick. All of it is good, like 15, 20 minutes. And she go,
We taking a break?
don't say that. I'm gonna put you to bed. So, yeah, I know you go to bed after I'm done. But listen, hold on.
And I'm a
Yeah, I love y'all. I think our job is done here. Yeah, no. So yeah, we gonna close up this show. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all final remarks in. Um, Go ahead. We'll start from Kelly, then we work our way up the clap back, and then I'll say my final remarks. We get out of here. What's up, 6ix9ine? Yeah.
That's you, baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
not
give
you?
final remarks.
That's you. Right there in the middle, the big screen. That's you. Go ahead.
If you have never
Oh
or
dear Lord,
drugs,
hereafter.
don't.
No.
His
She. I
service
don't
Go
know
is
why
back to
she
cutting
keep.
out.
Kelly.
No.
Yeah, she keep. No, she loses signal. Go back
Yeah.
to Kelly. Go ahead, Kelly.
If you are able to talk to your loved ones and have conversations, have as many conversations as you possibly can about any and everything.
Okay. We're not judging you, ma'am.
You have.
No.
Stay in school.
Thank you for your input, Kelly. Well,
All right, Kwame.
so I'll say this, and we get life examples of people who come up on our show, and sometimes we need it because we need examples to prove that when we as men are saying things to our women, it is not coming from a space of hurt. It is coming from a space of correction. I know that there are some women listening right now that right now your education is more important, your career is more important, your hot girl summer is more important, your girls' night out is more important, and right now you don't think that you need a man. But there's a wall that you're going to face at one point in time. And when we say get a dog, a cat, or a turtle, we may say it jokingly, but this is the reality that's going to happen for a lot of young women who are going through their 20s,
It's good,
hitting their
soldier girl.
30s, going into their 40s, and they're going to get to a place where they're going to be alone. And it has already been proven from a scientific standpoint of view that we need to relate to each other. We need to touch each other. We need to hear each other. We need to be in the presence of each other. The Most High said it. It's not good for man to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fool yourself and lie to yourself, that's the worst thing that you can do. As Brother Lower said, is to try to convince yourself that where you are by yourself, alone on a cold, snowy night, alone on a rainy night, no one to go to the picnic with, no one to go to the family reunion with, no one to sit down at Applebee's and share the 2 for $20 with. That's the position that some of you ladies will end up if you don't make the changes. Thank you.
I don't want Kelly to feel awkward, so I'm gonna flip the camera around a lot and
Oh, Kelly, we love you. Don't be mad.
um find somebody that you can settle down with and create memories. Um, don't be what is it? The bad guy in your own story. When you don't require shit for your life, you ain't gonna get shit for your life. Don't, if you want to be married, don't settle for not bringing it up because it's your life. You have the right to stand up for your life and have it go in the direction that you want your life to go in. Don't stand around and let people use you for their entertainment purposes. Men, if we care about you, we'll jump through any hoop that you require to have access to you. But baby, if you don't ask for shit, that's all you gonna get. Not shit. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, y'all. I'm half asleep. Okay, so I'm really sad about Kelly. I think her name's Kellyanne. What's her name?
It's Kelly.
Okay, so there's definitely something going on there. I was hoping to get into contact with her to see if, like, maybe, we could connect, but that's fine. That's not going to happen. I don't have anything to say on this particular subject, but I was kind of hoping that, yeah, I don't have anything to say. All right, good night.
Good night.
First of all, I wanted to say, Peter, thank you so much for allowing me to be on your platform. I really appreciate it very much.
Anytime, sis.
Like I follow you and Laura everybody on TikTok, but I don't have enough followers. I can't speak my mind, so it's finally get a chance to speak my heart. So I thank you very much. With that being said, going back to your topic, again, I really believe that we as women, real women, need to stand up and put our big pants on and make adjustments accordingly and take responsibility for our faults and the things that we do wrong and make the appropriate changes so we can do better for our future and for our children. Because at the end of the day, our kids is what matters the most. Despite the wrongs that you do, our children are going to be the ones who have to suffer. And if we do not correct and do the right things, they're not going to be able to be great. So we have to play our part. Secondly, one of the reasons why I was kind of hard on Kelly is because from my own personal experience, seeing my mom pass in her 60s, waiting for someone to come back to her and stuff like that. She gave up her happiness for everybody and everything else. And it's just like, and so the question remains is why? And my whole thing is us as the future and youth or our age coming up, let us focus on building family and uniting and being happy in every single shape, way, or form that we can be. That's the most important thing. And if we can really connect to that, then there's so much more that can come across, so much more we can accomplish. But yeah, so again, I really thank you, Peter, and I thank you guys all for the opportunity to be on here. And I hope you guys have a great night.
Anytime, sis. Yeah. So I'm gonna close up. Clap lower. Meet us backstage and everybody else. But to the topic, the state of the community is really men's fault. And I agree. I think we should say it's our fault and say it's our responsibility to fix it. And I don't care what the hell the women got going on or what they gonna say. They really need to just shut up and let us lead. No more questions asked. I'm tired of the talking, really. We gonna still talk. I'm tired of it though, but we gonna talk. But ain't no more questions asked. Just follow. Be better followers, ladies. That's what I got to say to you. But yes, the men are gonna lead. We've been talking for the last 3 or so years in rising numbers. So let us lead. Step aside. Become good followers. Learn the way of the follower. It's not about you anymore. It's about fixing the issue and bringing the community back to where it needs to be. And that's the man's job. So, shh. Be quiet. Tonight is the night we ride. 30 come false homers with Nick. You know what? I ain't even gonna tell you minutes like that. But shh, be quiet. Let us lead. We got this. You could let go now to him. Give us the helm. We got it. And I always leave you with this. When you reach a certain age, it's your responsibility to change behaviors that might hinder your growth. Till we meet again.